tell you, I think a lot of these people you're dealing with are not in particularly good mental health.
I don't think they are.
And I'm starting to get the impression that I think there's a big diversity in the Canadian population. We think in America, we think that all Canadians are happy and live in peace and no worries and no stress. And it's just.
If it was true, I wouldn't be on your podcast for the third time in a row talking about.
Well, there we go, right? Apparently that's not true, or else we wouldn't have had to make 3 different episodes with one Canadian, right? So these people, they really seem very strict. Okay, so then, but at some point we transition to a point where you truly feel like these people are actually putting you in danger, right, to some degree, right?
Yes, definitely.
Right. Okay, so talk more about that at length.
Okay. And then somebody else posts on my timeline that I'm a sad human being. And I spoke off at him about, and this wasn't to make fun of him like someone. I mentioned him, well, when you were going through I said, well, when you were going through your crisis and you were calling yourself a fool and, threatening yourself and others around you, you call me a sad human being.
Right.
And then a friend of mine railed on me that this guy's an honorable man, I need to grow up, blah, blah, blah. I was just defending myself. And I shouldn't have said, I told him to go blow himself. Because, that's what I do when I'm attacked. I attack back. And I say things I shouldn't say. Because you shouldn't be telling people they should go kill themselves. Nobody should go kill themselves.
I agree with you. We definitely should not be saying that to people, Rob. And my only concern, I guess, just to be fair with you, my only concern is it just seems like a lot of these interactions you're having are just not. Something bad always ends up happening, no matter what you do.
Exactly.
So I think what's going on is I think that you are responding to too many of these people.
That's right.
And I think probably if you stopped responding as much or as frequently, you would get into less of these types of disputes. Because the truth is that some of these people, by the way that they're behaving, it sounds like they are people who just want to cause a problem.
Yes.
So it sounds like they're people who are just trying to start a problem with you for no other reason than to start a problem with you. Because they're bored and they need to start a problem with someone.
Exactly.
So, I mean, my advice on one hand is to say that I think you can do a lot more, to an extent, more ignoring of these clowns.
Yes.
And I also think that you need to have more stricter standards. If someone doesn't like your review, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it's not your problem.
That's true.
It's not your problem they don't like it.
That's right.
And if the song, and quite frankly, you know what? If the song was a piece of crap, it's not your problem he can't write music.
Well, he did a cover, but still.
Well then that's even better. So if he can't even do a cover, then it doesn't sound like he's a particularly advanced musician to begin with. I mean, you gotta have
to fake his way through everything.
Yeah. And the other thing that I'm trying to understand about this London music scene, these clowns in the London music scene, is, are they doing this just for their career? I mean, or do these people have day jobs, or are they too wacko for day jobs? What are these people really doing all day?
Some of these guys have day jobs. One of them owns his own business. And that's all I'll say to that.
And what does his business do?
Okay. He's a window cleaner.
Oh. Okay, fine.
And I don't know much about window cleaning, just as I heard it's on the George Formby song, Cleaning Windows. Um, but that's an old song, and yeah, I listen to a lot of old, like, 30s and 40s and 50s music, too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, well, good. Well, good. Um, but I mean, this Stewart guy, what's his story? Like, does he just do the music, or is that the
okay,
guy
I'm
with?
just going to be honest. He drinks.
Okay, well, that's his choice then.
That's his choice,
Right.
but it's what people do. I don't know if I've ever. I didn't want to say that, but since you asked me his story, I'm not gonna lie because I don't
Hmm.
want to get. I don't want to get libel or whatever it's called from her. For a libel or whatever that suit's called.
This is my podcast, so I'm the one who's copywriting this by me talking. So,
Okay, well, okay, I'll tell you. And he is very opportunistic. I believe obtuse, as I heard someone else say.
well, then what is he making fun of your weight for then, if he's so obtuse himself?
Well, obtuse isn't about weight. Obtuse
Ah,
is just obtuse is. Oh man, I could explain, but I forgot. I looked it up, but I'm not gonna ask Google because Google's right in front of me, but that would be that'd be me doing an interview and putting my head out the window and say, hey bud, what directions are you know and you know I mean, a lot of people know what Hey Google sounds like anyway, probably.
so I mean, I guess we need to kind of have a plan in place here, so that you're able to keep up your Musical Lemons page, and so that you're
Oh,
able
I
to
did
keep.
keep it up, but I changed the name.
And
I,
why
I
did you? Now, why did you change the name?
because, first I deleted. I was scheduled for deletion, but then I thought I'm not going to cancel it. Uh, I don't know, just from suggestions I got.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't do that. I don't change titles after the fact. So yeah, that wasn't that. You should definitely not have um
I
changed
know.
that. Yeah, but who? Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
I loved the musical lemons aspect, but
Well, keep doing it. You know. I mean, people get reviewed all the time. There's bad reviews and good reviews of everything.
exactly, exactly. No, I hear that, and I mean, this guy's not, really professional. I mean, I hear him sing songs, and I don't think it, and he does it totally like wrong. Like he doesn't do the same tune. He just makes up his own tune when he sings, and he just does things half-assed.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's called me fat. I don't know how many times he's called me fat.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, this sounds like someone that you need to sincerely avoid then.
Oh, definitely, because he sent me an emoji too, or an image of someone punching someone in the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. I would just avoid him, and I wouldn't talk to him again. I mean, if it continues to escalate with him, you might have to do something, but I just wouldn't even I wouldn't continue this constant interaction with him.
Right? Yeah, that's what I don't want to ever cross paths. Well, I don't plan on going any more bars after this quarantine's over.
Right. Well, you just have to be careful not to go to the same bar as him. So,
Yeah.
hmm
I'm not a bar person anyway.
so where in London, where are they playing all this music?
You want names of the pubs and the bars?
Yeah, I just want to learn about it. Does it happen in these pubs and bars around London?
Yes. The biggest bar we have in London is called the 765, Old East 765. I told you about that bar. He's the owner that I found was too immature. The one that kicked me out of the fundraiser. Remember I talked about the fundraiser?
Vaguely. And what happened with that one? There's so many strange stories. What happened with that one? I forgot.
Oh, well, 765 is still open. The patio is open.
Right.
I'd never go to that bar again because I've always felt like the owner was gonna come in at any time and kick me out.
And why did this owner not want you there so badly?
Because I said something on a group on Facebook that he was full of himself in 2016. I said that,
Oh,
and he
so
got mad.
a few years ago, people in this music scene in London seemed also very sensitive to
Yeah,
these little jabs and comments that they could simply ignore.
exactly.
Right.
But then
So,
that could be
yeah,
said for me too.
yeah, um, yeah. So, I mean, basically, the question is, where do these things go from here? What do you think?
Well, what do I think? Well, I'm not like I said. I'm not really a bar person, so
Mm-hmm.
I can avoid them not to run away from the situation, but because I'm not a bar person, what's the sense of me going back there if I don't have a gig at said bar? Because Stu said, and he wasn't kidding, he was going to tell all of London, Ontario what a poser I was. He's the poser.
So, and how was he going to do that? Was he just going to do it over Facebook or what?
I don't know, but someone did tell me they were going to try and calm the situation down by talking to him. Someone
Yeah.
said another person said his bark was worse than his bite. Well, not in so many words, but
Yeah, this guy sounds like more bark than bite. Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he has his voice. He sounds like he can bark too.
Yeah. I see. And so he sings and plays the guitar. Is that his gig, I guess?
Yes, and he does covers. Oh, I gotta tell you, he made me so sick of Copperhead Road by Steve Earle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever. I mean, if I hear it again, well, because I wanted to learn this synthesized, because I play keyboards too. But he sang Copperhead Road to the point where I just get sick of it now every time I hear it. And yes, he doesn't do that half-assed, but he does do other songs half-assed. But I just, and I shouldn't have to be to the point where I'm sick of a singer just because he sings the same song over and over again.
Definitely not. You're listening to Aaron's Opinion with Aaron Richmond.
And
And
Rob
Rob,
Castrogiovanni.
that is absolutely that is that is absolutely correct. Absolutely Trudeau. We will be well basically we're coming up on
Did you
on a
say Trudeau?
yes.
I get it.
That's a pretty good one.
It
If you
is
watch
actually. I never
if you
thought of that.
if you watch enough hockey, you get that one. One of the announcers did it one time. You have to get it very sparingly every once in a while. You got to just sneak it in. Why don't you get your guitar or something, or at least clear your throat for a couple songs that you know I'm going to ask for, and as we like to say in the podcast world or on the radio, will be right